If Ukraine does not win, we will not rebuild it. These are propaganda posts spreading disinformation. Here is how they influence you and what actually happened. The main point these posts are trying to make is that NATO is using Ukraine to weaken Russia, and once NATO achieves this goal, they will simply discard Ukraine without providing any support to rebuild it. It ties in nicely with the narrative that Ukraine, a client state with a puppet government, is fighting the war of the United States, that the United States has a complete disregard of the prosperity of Ukraine or the lives of Ukrainians, trying to present the war as a US or Ukrainian aggression against Russia. And once this aggression and Western aid to Ukraine stops, peace can be achieved. These posts are trying to manipulate people into viewing NATO or the collective West as evil and malevolent. It tries to further push a narrative that it is linked to that I just detailed. So here is the actual quote with the source in the description.
First, on the question about NATO's role in reconstruction of Ukraine after the war. The first thing I will say is that, first of all, we need to ensure that Ukraine prevails. Because unless Ukraine prevails, there's nothing to reconstruct in a free and independent Ukraine. So the most immediate, the most important task now is to help Ukraine with military support.
The original quote, with the surrounding context and using words like prevail instead of win, has a different message. Jens Stoltenberg talks about how NATO must ensure that Ukraine prevails by providing more and predictable support to Ukraine. He emphasizes that rebuilding is important, but focus should be put on preventing damage, as it is much cheaper and more effective. Jens Stoltenberg, with the word prevail, talks about a defensive war for the survival of Ukraine. The posts with the word win talk about a war that can be easily interpreted as a war of aggression by Ukraine against Russia. A small difference of a single word that has a significant difference in meaning. The fake quote is rephrased in such a way that Jens Stoltenberg's argument for the protection of Ukraine and the prevention of further destruction would be interpreted as an intent to abandon Ukraine after it is no longer useful. These posts are effective since they are not completely fake, but rather a misrepresentation of the truth. And the real quote and interview could be used as evidence to support this post with the fake quote. And if someone tries to fact check it, and does not realize how the quote is misrepresented and what additional meaning it carries, they could falsely believe that the posts are actually true. More videos about propaganda on my channel.